What's up guys, Shane Starnes here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Lucy Robotic Vacuum by Trifo. This is not only a vacuum, but it also has a built-in security camera, which is a first in robotic vacuums as far as I'm aware. Big shout outs to Trifo for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. Always like to start out with an unboxing. Everybody likes to see what comes in the box. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the box. Okay, so first up it looks like we have some reading material. This is going to have all your manuals. If you've never used a robotic vacuum before, you probably do want to spend some time reading through this. And it has, your warranty information there as well and a quick start guide. Set this to the side. Next up is the robotic vacuum. If you've ever used a robotic vacuum in the past, that looks pretty familiar to you. I like the gold chromed out logo there on the top. It looks like we've got a power button and a home button. Up front we've got our cameras there and our other sensors. There is a little bumper here, so if for some reason it doesn't see an obstacle and bumps into it, it does have like a rubber edge, so it's not going to damage your furniture if it does happen to bump into something. On the front here we've got some sensors. These are cliff obstacle avoidance sensors, so it keeps it from like falling downstairs. You've got a little 360 rotation wheel. You've got your side brush here, some pretty nice big wheels. You've got your center beater brush, and you have some connection points here for the charging base. Up top here, if we lift this up, this is your 600 milliliter dust bin. It's really a larger than average dust bin for a robotic vacuum, so that's pretty cool. And you have access to your power and home buttons there. This is your Wi-Fi light to let you know if you are connected, a USB charging port if something were to happen to your base. I like the fact that it does have an additional charging port, and then the reset button there as well. All right, so here we have our charging base, and then we've got our power cord for the charge base. So while this is a very capable robotic vacuum cleaner, the number one feature has to be the security camera feature. This is the first robotic vacuum that I've ever used that actually has a 1080p HDR camera, which is good for daytime, and with the included depth sensor, the motion sensing, and the video actually works at night, so you have a night sight on this vacuum as well. So it also has an alert system and a motion detection, so it can actually alert you on your phone with the included application if there is an intruder in the house. This is also great for checking in on pets. My dog Chewy lives at my house all throughout the day, and this would be a great way to actually see what she's up to during the day. So this is a really interesting feature. If you're really wanting to just use the security camera feature to kind of go around the house and see what's going on or maybe check on your pets, there are manual control options within the app, and you can also set up no-go zones. So if there's an area where you don't want the robotic vacuum to go and clean, you can set up that no-go zone. That way it doesn't go in that area. In the app, you're also able to control the suction power of the vacuum. So if you want to really deep clean, you can crank up that suction power. If you'd rather save battery life and you don't really need to do more than maybe a light dusting, you can turn down the suction power. The Lucy is also able to map out your entire house intelligently for an efficient clean using that 1080p camera and time of flight sensor. The patented depth slam technology with V-Slam navigation actively captures thousands of precise measurements each millisecond to optimize coverage. I think another way that the Lucy robotic vacuum really stands out is the enhanced obstacle avoidance. So most robotic vacuums on the market can only avoid obstacles that are at least 4 inches in length. The Lucy robotic vacuum can sense and detect objects as small as 1 inch in length. So like the one thing that your robotic vacuum needs to avoid are little toys and things that the kids leave out. Sometimes wires can get caught up in robotic vacuums. That's less likely to happen on the Lucy robotic vacuum. Of course, you definitely want to clean up the area before you send the vacuum out to do its chores, but it's great that you don't actually have to babysit your robotic vacuum like you may have had to do in the past. Aside from all the bonus features, this robotic vacuum is very powerful when it comes to suction power. It includes 3000 PA of suction power. So of course, this will be capable of cleaning up all the dust and debris in your home. There's even a pet version that has 4000 PA of suction power and an extra pet hair extractor included. There's also a side brush that's going to be able to push extra debris in the corners and crevices of your home into the path of the much larger brush in the center. Of course, this does include a charging base, and if your home's large enough, the Lucy robot can actually go out and clean for about 2 hours and then come back to the charging base, charge up, and then be ready to go to clean up the rest of your home. That being said, 2 hours of cleaning can usually cover about 2,700 square feet. So depending on how large your home is, Lucy can usually vacuum your entire house in one single charge. This also includes a 600 milliliter dustbin, which means that it can do a marathon clean without you having to stop to change the dustbin or to empty out the dustbin. This vacuum also comes with the Trifo Home application. Within the application, you can actually see the real-time HD video feed from your robotic vacuum from anywhere. So anywhere you have an internet connection, you'll be able to actually see the security camera feature of the robotic vacuum. This is also going to show you the cleaning history of the vacuum. It's going to show you the map of your home, and you'll be able to do things like send it out to vacuum and set up schedules for your vacuuming through the app. Overall, I think the Trifo Lucy vacuum is a great robotic vacuum with a really awesome new feature of having that security camera. And I'll be sure to include links in the description of where you can pick yours up today. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.